In this video, I'm going to share renovation progress, inspiration photos, design ideas, and what John's been up to. Also a few places that we got inspiration from, some restaurants, places John stayed at, and then of course, scenery from where John has been. And a little bit of a surprise towards the end. My new trailer for my book. Stay tuned. This week feels like everything is happening all at once. While John continues working all alone in the island at our cottage in Donegal, we're finally reaching another huge stage in the renovation journey. The electrical work is now finished for the roofing, and the insulation boards are complete, ready for plaster. And we're preparing everything ready for next week the plasterer to begin the work. At the same time, life outside the renovation has been busy too. Packing, travelling, saying goodbye to my parents after being with them for 6 weeks, and helping care for them, and heading back to Ireland. After weeks and weeks of hard work behind the scenes, the cottage is finally ready for the next big stage. The insulation is finished, the roofing electrical is complete. Plastering starts Monday, and honestly, it suddenly feels so real now. Right now, everything feels a little busy and emotional at the same time. John is preparing to come over, and he's going to be heading over to see family and picking me up. It's strange living between two places for so long because eventually your life starts to feel split in half between both countries. But honestly, every single time I head back to Donegal now, it still feels like I'm going home. Here are a couple of photos from John's work. First couple of the work he was actually doing with the shuttering and concrete, and even had to do a road to be able to get to the area. And then he took some lovely pictures of the area around him at work. The scenery is just beautiful. Lately, I've also started properly looking for inspiration for some of the rooms, especially the bathroom. Once it's been plastered, we need to figure out what we were going to be putting on the wall. And I think I've kind of come up with an idea. It's an inspiration from a bathroom of an Airbnb that John stayed at while working away one week. He was showing me around, and I asked him to take some photos as I liked the tiling, the colour and the look of the bathroom, and it's going to give me some inspiration. So I'm thinking of mid-grey to dark grey subway tiles in the bathroom and white subway tiles in the kitchen. I loved everything about the Airbnb that he stayed at that particular week. The whole stonework and a lovely mixture of old rustic farmhouse barn conversion that goes modern plus rustic, bringing it together lovely. I've also been looking online at different ideas. We want to do barn doors, the hanging style sliding, in a couple of the areas. We definitely want to do a double one in the big opening between the kitchen and the living room. But we're thinking of maybe doing another one to match it, also in the kitchen, so it's matching to the utility room. So here's some examples of what I kind of like and locally we can get. What do you think? We also went out for dinner a few weeks back before John went to Ireland, and we had a lovely meal and we were quite happy. It's the sea view pub in Chorley, and more than anything, I just loved the stonework of the fireplace, the old style, the log burner, and how rustic and cosy it looked. Obviously, it's on a grand scale, being more of a commercial building, and certainly way too much for our home, but it did give me inspiration, and I thought it was lovely. I wanted to just show everyone else too, because I couldn't resist taking some pictures and photos of this lovely rustic grand fireplace. While all this has been happening, I've also been trying to finish editing videos and work on my book at the same time. And this week I've actually been creating my very first proper cinematic trailer for it, which honestly feels exciting and terrifying at the same time. I never imagined a few years ago that renovating a little cottage in Donegal would somehow eventually lead me back to a creativity type life. But the slower pace and the scenery and the quiet and having the space to just do anything I want has given me some creativity that came out in writing. Here is my first ever trailer for my new book. I thought I was chasing a career, but life had other plans. I was taken, trapped, years later. Journalist, no, writer. Available now on Amazon. So as you can see, it's been a crazy, especially the last couple of weeks, but the whole 6 weeks, in the end, it did fly by, even though there was moments of time where I was like, I miss you, John, I want to come back, I want to be there, I want to be amongst all the renovating and all that. And because he's amongst it all, he's so busy, he's kind of like, what are you complaining about? You know, and the hard part was for me that it was like, I'm not there. That's the hard part. I understand I have to be here in England and had a great 6 weeks. My mum just came out of hospital when I arrived, because she'd had a fall, hit her head, and she is also unfortunately diagnosed with dementia, so that's going a little bit downhill. So there's been a recovery of the 6 weeks, and that was a little bit of trying to get her strong. First few weeks I just let her rest. I did everything, cooking, cleaning, looking after my dad because he needs everything doing for him, and also looking after my mom, bathing her, showering her, doing everything that's needed. And then the last 3 weeks, which were just the last weeks coming, like we've just had, I've slowly been getting my mum doing a few things. So the first week, once a week, she was doing some washing up, and she was then doing a little bit of helping out with my dad because he needs so much help. And then the second week, doing a little bit, one meal she cooked, I washed up, but she has been helping put my dad to bed, and I help get him up in the mornings. We've also had to bring in more carers for my dad, just because my mum can't do it all. And we've also just got a cleaner now coming in starting this week for once a week cleaning the house, because even when I'm here, of course I can clean the house, that's no problem. when my sister's looking after my mum and dad, she doesn't live here. She has her own place, not far away from here, but she doesn't want to be coming over every day. So she can't cook, clean, look after mum and dad and everything. Something has to give. So we decided to get a cleaner in for the house. So I've been arranging that. There's also so much paperwork. I just couldn't believe how much paperwork. We've had social workers, we've had physiotherapists, we've had all kinds of things. There's been meetings every week to do with their care, which is great, but you've got to fit that in your week. My dad, unfortunately, he went into hospital for a few days during my stay. Luckily, he's out now and he's doing fine, but you know, it's just when one's doing good, the other one goes down. Just that way of life. It's just that age. And my dad, I say, his health has not been good for many, many years, and he needs everything doing for him. So I've just the last week got my mum doing some more cooking, some washing up, some putting my dad to bed each night, so that saves having a carer come out at night or anybody else doing it, because then if you have a carer come out at night, they have a kind of time that they come out, but it could be between 9 and 10, and you know, everyone likes to watch their TV, do their thing and then go to bed. You don't want to be sat there waiting for a carer to arrive, or they've arrived early and your show's not finished. So we're trying to, for now, keep it that we put my dad to bed. So I'm hoping my mum can continue that, but depending on her health, she has good days and bad days. And with the dementia, starting to kind of forget a few things, so we'll see how it goes. And if not, we'll always bring in a carer for the evenings to put him to bed in the future. So that's one thing that we've been going on. I've been, as you see, wrote a book while I was in Ireland, and I had to get the editing done while I was in England. So I've been working on that. Never done that before. I've never edited a book before. And wow, that was harder than writing it. You know, trying to get it the right format, the right styles, chapters in the right place, and wow, it was so tedious. Didn't exactly enjoy that side of it. I'm so proud it's done. I'm so happy with it. I love the book. I've always wanted to write a book, and I did it. But trying to get it perfectly right for publishing in the format that it has to be for publishing the actual physical book, and then a Kindle version, which is two different actually platforms that you do. That has taken my brain and really stretched it to its limits a little bit on that side of things, but I'm learning as I go along. First book, I'm hoping to write another soon when I'm back in Ireland, because that's what I like to do in my downtime when I'm in Ireland. But as I say, the last few weeks have been looking after my parents, priority, finished the book, edited the book, and now advertising the book. So that's another learning thing, advertising and knowing how to advertise a book. And as you just saw, I just did a trailer for it. What did you think? Let me know in the comments. That's my first ever trailer, so I'm learning that too, and hopefully get that out and start promoting the book. So it's all exciting, all great, but the most exciting thing is on Thursday, John comes over, I get to see him, he's picking me up, spending the weekend together seeing his family, because he hasn't seen them for weeks and weeks, and then we head back on Saturday to Ireland, and I get to go home. So I am just so excited about that, can't wait. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please keep watching, keep seeing the renovations. It's starting to get to that crunch time now. Hopefully the plasterer is coming this week and we can get the walls finished, and then my job is painting them, and also we can do the exciting and fun part that I like. I can start buying stuff, you know, ordering the kitchen, finishing the bathroom, finding fittings, fixtures, lights. That part I love. So that's coming up soon. Keep tuned. Halfway through the 6 weeks, it felt a little as though I was missing Ireland, and especially missing John. But the last 3 weeks just flew by, and I enjoyed being out in my mum's little tiny garden, helping her do some weeding and different things in the garden. It's so nice that she is feeling much better now from her fall and healed so much that she's now able to go out in her garden, which is her pride and joy. And I spent the last 3 weeks enjoying getting my mum strong enough to be able to do a few things herself, and my dad is happily in his chair watching the world go by. So I'm spending the week packing all our clothes, all our belongings, everything to take over to Ireland, as this is kind of our official moving everything over there. From now on, I'll just be coming back for a few months each year in the winter to take care of my parents while my sister's on vacation. But the rest of the year, the rest of our lives, we're going to be living in Ireland. John's going to be coming over on Thursday after work. He'll be finishing work Thursday and he will be driving to the ferry, on the ferry, and then driving to me here. We'll spend the weekend together and we'll go visit with his family, telling them all about what we're up to with the house. And he's got some bits and pieces he has to do. As I said earlier, he wants to pick up some things that are cheaper over here for the house, and he also wants to make sure he gets the MOT done on his car because that is due, and before he does that he needs to get some new tyres for the car. At the same time, I'm packing to head to Ireland. John will be coming back over this weekend, arriving late Thursday night, early Friday morning, and having the weekend with me in England, visiting his family, picking up some things to take back to Ireland with us. It's a little chaotic, but it's lots of fun, and I can't wait to see him.